All right, today's video, I've got 5 tips to help you do something that's very difficult for us to do as we get older, and it's to stay connected with friends and family. Welcome, guys. Something I want to discuss today that has helped a lot of my clients that they bring to me is how do I stay connected? How do I foster, build relationships and stay connected with people and create new friendships as I turn 50? You think about it, as we age, it becomes more difficult to do so. You think back to when we were kids, right? We were in classrooms, we were able to foster and build relationships much more easily because we were close together. But as we get older, it just becomes much more difficult. So, today's video, I'm going to share 5 ways that we can stay connected with very specific examples. So whether you want to find friends, strengthen ties with family, or even find new communities, then this is the video for you. Number one, regular communication. It's very important that we stay connected with friends and family. A quick call, a quick text, a quick video chat can make a world of difference. It deepens our relationships and it shows those other people that we care. Number two, plan gatherings. You have to organize regular meetups or it just won't happen. You got to make it important, a priority, put it on your calendar, whether it's a quick lunch date, whether it's what some of my clients like to call a coffee date, coffee catch up. A lot of them like to call it that, a weekend barbecue. It's so vital. Not only are you going to get together, but you have really meaningful conversations, deep, connected conversations. It fosters that relationship and just makes it deeper and broader and just make it happen. Put it on your calendar. A lot of my clients will put it on the calendar today, like it'll be a to-do on their list today. Today, call Fred and set up a time to meet with him. I haven't seen him in a while. And then next week it's somebody else. Or I tell you something else that some of my clients do that I've taught them to do is open up your cell phone and just scroll. And wherever it stops, whoever it stops on, you call that person and just let them know you're thinking about them. You don't have any agenda. You're just thinking about them. You would be surprised. They'll say, man, I've been thinking about you. Or I thought about you recently, was going to call, but I didn't want to disturb you or whatever. I think you'd be surprised. And it feels so good to do that. Number three is embracing technology. It's so much easier now with Facebook, FaceTime, Zoom, Skype. There's so many ways that we can get connected. Something that I recommend to a lot of my clients is to set up a regularly scheduled meeting, a virtual meetup that's on their calendar for once a week, every other week, so that they can stay connected. And what they find out, it's a lot of fun, and they're able to stay in touch with maybe some friends that have moved away, family that's moved away, and it's something they look forward to. They will also, what's really neat too, is they'll show up and they'll have like lunch together, or they'll do it like on a Sunday and have Sunday dinner together virtually, or maybe so a couple of the clients have painting classes together, and they're completely different places, and they go to painting class together and they set up the phone and live stream, and it's just a really kind of a neat way to stay connected, and almost like your friend is there with you, although they're not. But it's a really unique kind of fun way to do it, and it's so much easier now to do than it ever has been. Number four is going to be join local groups or clubs, like a book club. Many libraries you can go in, and there's going to be a list of book clubs that you can join. There's inevitably going to be a book club that's going to share kind of your likes and interests that you can join. Here's an obvious one: fitness classes. Being a personal trainer and nutritionist, some of the really good classes are like HIIT classes, HIIT, high intensity interval training classes. You're kind of going through something kind of tough together. It's a lot of fun. You get a really good workout in. Yoga classes, dance classes are some really good examples of some exercise classes you can join. Arts organizations, think about joining maybe your local theater or maybe your local choir, or like we mentioned in the last video, there are some of my clients that do art classes. You could join art class. You don't have to be Picasso or anything like that. It's just a creative outlet. You may find that you have a hidden talent, and it's also really good to kind of push yourself outside of your comfort zone. There are gardening clubs. You can look in your local community. Facebook groups and things like that will have gardening clubs. If you've ever thought about gardening, it's something that you've been passionate about, or you just maybe want to kind of dabble in it, there's amazing gardening clubs around that you can join, and you can really improve your green thumb. Meetup groups. There's a website called meetup.com. What you can do, you can go in there and you can sort it by an interest that you have. And there's all sorts of interest, and it's location based as well. So like hiking, gardening, cooking, walking clubs. I mean, there's all types of interest that's within that site. I'll make sure that I put a link to that website in the description and show it here on the screen as well. Meetup.com. And number five, I mean, you can volunteer in your local community. There's so many organizations out there that's looking for help. I mean, think about Habitat for Humanity. You could build a home for a family that's in need. There's Meals on Wheels. You could deliver meals to seniors and other people in the area. There's a group called, what is it called? It's called Senior Corps. Senior Corps, what that does is it matches people with seniors that are in the area that may need help with projects, maybe things around the house, things like that. That's a really neat organization. Of course, you got like your local food banks, like Second Harvest Food Bank. You've got, well, I guess what you would call like maybe soup kitchens, or your local homeless shelter is kind of a nice place to kind of go and do some work. And then thinking back to those art organizations that I mentioned a moment ago, you don't necessarily have to take the classes. Maybe you can volunteer and help facilitate. If you've ever taught art, or if you've ever taught theater, or ever taught choir or anything like that in the past, maybe you could teach it as opposed to taking it, or just be a volunteer there to kind of help out with, putting out supplies, telling people where they need to go, helping them to get signed up, things of that nature. So there you have it. There's my top 5 list that have many of my clients. And it's really just about, just getting out there, stepping outside of your comfort zone, trying new things. I mean, you think about it, you never hesitated as a kid to get on the playground with different kids, try a bunch of different things. And there's no reason for us not to do that now. Trust me, there are a lot of the people out there just like you, looking for, a connection to have that with somebody that has a like interest. I think you'd be surprised if you dig into some of these things from this list that I gave you. That you'll find that there's an unlimited amount of people that you could connect with, and you may find a hidden talent. You may find something that you truly enjoy that you have kind of maybe thought about. And we're at that age now where we don't have to make excuses or ask for forgiveness. We just do what we're going to do because we're at that age, right? So get out there and do it. And I'm curious, drop a comment below if you've ever tried any of these kind of things, or if you have helpful tips for people that may be viewing this, that it could be helpful for them to hear your advice, something that you've gone through, and let me know what you think and how it goes. And also for those that are new to my channel, I post a lot of information, anything impacting people over 50, health tips. As I said, I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, have been since my 20s. I do a lot of content on that. We do a lot of content on food and nutrition and mindset, just any of those kind of things that we impact that impact us as we age. I also interview very interesting people that have come through like drug addiction, and now they're inspiring other people that have packed up and moved to another country. They simplify their life. People that have written books, people that are finding a new career in acting and things like that in their later years, so to speak. So tune in. There's a lot of really good information. I've been doing this sort of thing for many, many years, have had a lot of other successful podcasts. I own a media company that produces content for TV. We have a TV show on Fox. So a lot of really good things going on here. This particular channel and what we're doing is a new venture under the umbrella. And I hope you join and see all the exciting things we're going to be doing along the way. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you like it, like it, obviously subscribe, share this information, and come back for more. I will welcome you and be happy to have you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful, amazing day. Bye now.